Hey leaders, welcome to week 8. We are almost there. Keep strong. We are so proud of you. You've been doing a great job leading through this small group. But this week we are talking about faith. We're talking about how God can move us from an area of fear and all of these things into a place of faith. And we were talking about Abraham on Sunday and how he was such the father of faith. And I encourage you this week, before preparing for this week's small group, I encourage you to read Hebrews chapter 11. We're going to be reading chapter 12 in the small group, but I encourage you to read chapter 11. Chapter 11 is known as like the faith chapter in the book of Hebrews. And it goes through all of these people that had done amazing things, and that God, it says they did this and God commended them as faithful. They did this and this and it was counted as their faith. They did this, this, and this. You know, Sarah had a child. Abraham moved to this place. Gideon did this. It has all these different things that it says, and it was counted to them as faith. And so I encourage you to read that, but this week we're looking at Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 and 2 in two different translations. First, it says this: looking unto Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising shame, and hath sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Another translation says, let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. And so again, make sure to read chapter 11, because it talks about all these people that had faith in God. And something to remember in your small group this week is faith is not the same as belief. Faith is not the same as belief. Belief is saying, I believe SpaceX has a rocket that can go to space and back. Okay, that's belief. It's saying, I believe this fact. I believe it could happen. It's plausible. It could happen. Faith is saying, okay, I'm going to get in the rocket. I'm going to do it. And so in the first century culture, their idea of faith was, because I believe this, it's going to cause me to do some sort of action that is moving me to do something. And so many times we believe that God can do miracles. We believe that God can do these things. We believe, we even read our Bible. We even know, we have knowledge. But faith is moving from simply believing something to then actually doing the action that is a part of it. And look at what it says about Jesus here. It says, the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross. Think about this, okay? It's using Jesus as the metaphor for what this really looks like, okay? That you could ask Jesus, do you believe that God can raise you from the dead? Okay. And Jesus would say, well, yes, I believe that. You'd say, okay, Jesus, go get crucified. Okay, well, if you believe it, then then get crucified. Whoa, I don't know about that. But the truth is that in our lives, in order to take that step of faith, many times it looks scary, it looks painful, it looks like it might hurt. But if we can dive deep into that and say, well, I believe God can work the miracle, so I'm going to have enough faith to do the difficult thing that is going to lead to a miracle. And so this week in your small group, I really encourage you, spend a good amount of time in prayer tonight. Ask people what they're believing for and pray together. Lead them in prayer that God would strengthen them and give them the strength to do what they need to do. Maybe people in your small group, they're believing for a miracle, but they don't know what that step is. Pray together that they would have clarity as to what that step is. As the leader, you set the tone in your small group. And this week, when it comes to prayer, let's get serious tonight and let's pray for breakthrough in people's lives. Let's pray to see miracles happen in your small group. So we love you guys, and we are here for you. If you need anything at all, make sure to email us at groups@clcpo.org. We look forward to hearing the testimony of the amazing miracles that God is doing in your small group.